Welcome back to my inner sanctum. I'm your hostess, Countess Elizabeth, mistress of the macabre. Disney theme parks are marketed as the happiest places on Earth. Well, my fiends, the happiest place on Earth was the last place for a few people who entered the park. On today's video, I want to talk about incidents in the Disney World theme park in Lake Buena Vista, Florida. So let's not forget we parked our car in the Pluto lot so we can explore our grotesque curiosity. Disney World has been operating since October 1st, 1971, so there's likely to have been some natural causes of death that happened while in the park. On this list, you may see recurring things such as people who had pre-existing or unknown health conditions unrelated to the actual ride mentioned. However, on this video we're going to cover incidents in well-known sections of the park. First, we'll go to the Haunted Mansion, which is a popular haunted house ride in the Magic Kingdom. On October 19th, 1991, a 15-year-old girl from Sarasota, Florida, was critically injured after she fell onto the tracks of the ride. According to witnesses, she was jumping from car to car and fell onto the track, where she was dragged under a moving car for at least 50 feet before the ride stopped. She was airlifted to Orlando Regional Medical Center, where she underwent emergency surgery for head and facial injuries. Another popular ride in the Magic Kingdom is Space Mountain. This is probably one of the most well-known rides in the Disney theme park. In the ride's early days, injuries were commonplace because it cannot be seen from the outside, and signage said nothing about it being a roller coaster. In fact, back then this wasn't even allowed. One woman stated she thought it was a slow-moving ride with projections of pretty pictures of space. Others thought it was along the lines of Peter Pan's flight. Eventually, a low-key safety spiel was recorded by former Mercury astronaut Gordon Cooper, and signage was allowed to call the attraction a roller coaster. On October 12, 1980, a 10-year-old girl from Caracas, Venezuela, became ill while riding Space Mountain. She later died of a pre-existing heart condition. And on October 1st, 2006, 6-year-old Rame Masarwe fainted after riding the ride and was taken to nearby Celebration Hospital, where he later died. The medical examiner's report showed that he was terminally ill and suffered from cancer of the lungs, spine, and abdomen, and died of natural causes. He was visiting the Magic Kingdom as a recipient of a trip by the Give the Kids the World program. Now, we'll go to Epcot's Mission Space Ride. This is another roller coaster type ride, where the rider is placed in a simulated space environment. From June 2004 to June 2005, paramedics treated 194 Mission Space riders. The most common complaints were dizziness, nausea, and vomiting. Of those 194 guests, 25 people passed out, 26 suffered difficulty breathing, and 16 reported chest pains or irregular heartbeat. This period was compared to the rough and test adjust period of Space Mountain. Disney responded by deactivating the centrifuge on one of the simulators and offering it as a less intense experience, known as Green Team. The original experience for the hardier thrill seekers was remained as Orange Team. On June 13, 2005, a 4-year-old boy from Pennsylvania died after riding Mission Space. An autopsy by the Orange County Medical Examiner's Office found the boy died as a result of existing undiagnosed idiopathic heart condition. On June 12, 2006, a lawsuit was filed against Disney by his parents, claiming that Disney should never allow a 4-year-old child on the ride, and didn't offer adequate medical response after he collapsed. What's the list about deaths at Disney without mentioning the Tower of Terror? Over in Disney's Hollywood Studios, it's a roller coaster where you fall up and down as if an elevator in free fall, simulating the effects of weightlessness. On July 12, 2005, 16-year-old Leon Deacon from England complained of a severe headache and other symptoms after riding the ride. She was taken to a local hospital in critical condition. She underwent surgery to stop intracranial bleeding. On August 6, she returned home via air ambulance, where she reportedly had ridden the ride several times previously during her visit with no ill effects. Her initial collapse was unexplained. Later tests show that she had been in pain for a few days before having a massive stroke leading to cardiac arrest. After an examination by both Disney and state inspectors showed no ride malfunction, the ride was reopened the next day. She returned home after spending 6 months in the hospital. The last ride I'm covering is over in Animal Kingdom, called Expedition Everest. This is a Yeti encounter-themed roller coaster that places the riders in a simulated Nepali village as if you're being chased by a Yeti. On December 18, 2007, a 44-year-old man from Navarre, Florida, lost consciousness while riding the roller coaster. He was given CPR at the station and was pronounced dead at a local hospital. An autopsy by the Orange County Medical Examiner's Office concluded that he died of dilated cardiomyopathy and that his death was considered natural. Well, that was truly a grotesque tale. There are other rides at Disney that have infamous incidents, but perhaps I'll save those for another video. I just wanted to touch on all regions in the Disney World park, because it's split into different regions with their own incidents. But there are a lot of other incidents I will cover for another time. May the souls who did not leave the happiest place on earth rest in peace. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe, like, and share if you would also like to keep exploring our grotesque curiosity. We'll meet again in the darkness of the night.